Over the past several years now, with artificial intelligence, generative AI, and chatbots specifically becoming such a part of our instructional planning, such a part of our navigation within digital spaces, and taking on such a role in teaching and learning in general. I've had the chance to work with educators in all corners of the country around what it means to interact in these spaces and to leverage these tools to do just that, support teaching and learning and for instructional planning. So in this session, I'll share some of those behind the scenes strategies that I use when I come to a school, when I come to a district, and they are tackling what it means to bring AI to their team. So that includes introducing generative AI with some low stakes activities, discussing some of the healthy hesitations that people might feel, those big feelings that are perfectly valid. And I think we can hold on to at the same time that we might have some curiosity or excitement about the developments in this space. I share some background on different tools. I introduce some resources that school leaders might want to consider for a pilot program or to bring just a couple, not all of the ones I share, but just a couple back to their team, the ones that address a pain point or connect to their learning management system. We go through a handful and talk about some of the differentiators between those tools, in addition to just some of the general best practices, strategies that they can try out with the team right away. As a former classroom teacher for more than a decade, my focus for professional learning has been around making ed tech or education technology, classroom technology easier for educators. So that in the past, right, was really centered on curating resources, designing creative experiences for students, thinking about how formative assessment routines with digital strategies could give us a deeper picture of student learning. So about almost 3 years ago, when tools like ChatGPT entered the scene, not just for people who were tinkering and trying it out on their own, but really for everyone, right, to have larger access to as consumers, my wheels started spinning immediately onto how this could help teachers not just save time, that's a big part of it, of course, but also meet their instructional goals, whether those were things that were taking up a lot of time on their plate, or they were just wish list items that they wish they could do, that they know would be helpful, but they don't have the time or the brain capital or just capacity, right, over the course of a school week to take on. So that's everything from small things like creating an email template or getting a structure for a quick thank you note to send out to someone that you know you should but might not have time to do, to gathering ideas that support differentiated instruction, creating supplemental resources that connect to the needs and interests of a group of students. And that's really what got me so excited about these tools, is that there's an opportunity for us to take what we know as a content expert in a classroom, what we know about great pedagogy and teaching and learning strategies, and what we know about students, so that we can do big things and little things at a larger scale than we might have been able to in the past. So one big takeaway would be addressing that work-life balance, that teacher burnout before it happens, and making sure everyone's set up for success with those goals in mind. The second piece is helping build some capacity and some confidence around what AI even means. So that might include vocabulary building, right? If you're new to the space, understanding how to navigate popular tools like a chatbot like ChatGPT or Gemini or Copilot, so that everyone feels who's in that session and then who might take that information back to their staff a bit more confident and capable to have conversations around this topic with their colleagues, and with families and students who might have some curiosity or understandable hesitation about working with these types of tools. And then the third big thing is really an understanding of the space, right? What is out there in education, companies, what are they offering? What have they brought into their existing tools? What is new on the scene? It is a busy, noisy, bright, and shiny space right now when it comes to different tools and resources. So I think it's really important to have an understanding of what to look for, what might differentiate a tool or make it a good or interesting, worthy of consideration choice. And that's something that I'll touch upon in this session too. And it's one of the questions I get asked a lot, right? Which is the best fit for my school or district. So that's something that, yes, we'll look at tools, but we'll also talk about the look fors around curating content to bring back to your schools. I'm very excited to join you all this summer and look forward to connecting with everyone who attends the event.